Howdy y'all, welcome back to the Den of DBZALLSTAR. DBZ All-Star here, or Steve if you prefer. And after a little bit of a wait, I have an in-stock trades order that I placed on July 2nd. I can tell you right off the bat that because I checked the order status, there's one item I ordered that I will talk about that has not arrived yet. So no offense in stock trades, but maybe you should call yourself sometimes partially stocked trades. But either way, I'll open up the box, show off what I got. This is a little bit of a larger order, but for those of you who have been watching my videos this year outside of my local comic book store hauls and my normal monthly to 6-week shipments of comics, there haven't been an awful lot of omnis coming this year, so I've been a good boy. But I don't see myself participating in this year's Omnigeddon in September because there hasn't been too much announced that's like, oh, gotta have it right away. So we got the box open. So I'm just gonna enjoy the few things that are releasing bit by bit. So it looks like, I'm not showing the book yet, but it looks like they've taken the same stance they have with the discount comic book service. It's a sister site for InStockTrades.com along with Tales of Wonder, which is a site that, like discount comic book service, you can utilize to place pre-orders, but primarily for collected editions. Discount comic book service ships in these cardboard sorters, great way to ship comics because they fit right inside, whether they're bagged and boarded or they're loose, or collected editions. Speaking of which, first two right off the bat, I'm indulging in the DC Compacts line because for the price of $9.99 as opposed to, let's see, I think Watchmen is for the standard size trade paperback, it's about $24.99. That's a pretty gosh darn good deal. And I believe Far Sector is as well close to that price. I think that one's actually on Amazon typically for $19.99. These are both, if I can get them out of there, so they're both 12-issue series. Far Sector deals with a rather unique situation for a brand new, at least when this was originally published, Green Lantern character. Often what it sounds like a far sector of another galaxy has a specialized ring, and this story written by N.K. Jemisin is pretty great, stellar, pardon the pun, in dealing with social awareness and several social issues with alien races that can be applied to our modern day society. Has beautiful artwork by Jamal Campbell. Comes highly recommended. If you haven't read this, you can't lose out at a price point of $9.99. And through in-stock trades, it's about $5.50, so you got a pretty good percentage off. Even non-comic fans know about Watchmen. This is a 12-issue maxi series from the 80s that put Alan Moore even further on the map through DC. Dave Gibbons doing the majority of the artwork. There was a motion picture produced and released in 2009 by Zack Snyder. This deals with a lot of social issues. Either the main crux, for those who haven't read it, a former hero is assassinated and other former heroes have to pick up the torch and resolve that mystery while delving into the evils that lurk within humanity. Always a recommended read. This also comes available in a trade paperback, in an absolute, and an oversized hardcover deluxe edition, whatever format outside of an omnibus, unless you're counting the Before Watchmen set of miniseries. Watchmen is available for more reasons than one. So those are two of the compact line. Got two more, and these, move some of this out of the way, these compact editions are coming in waves of 2. So the first two were Watchmen, and Batman, the Court of Owls. The second wave was All-Star Superman and Far Sector. We've got more coming in August. All of these will be $9.99 retail price, or less if you buy through a website like in-stock trades. Let's see if I can slide these out. Yeah, slowly but surely, endure and survive. So, like I said, it's Batman Court of Owls. This is Batman issue 11 from the New 52 era, so the 2011 to 2016 Batman series. Scott Snyder writing, Greg Capullo on art. If you're looking for a good entry point for Batman, I highly recommend this. This is also available in a series of trade paperbacks, in an Absolute Edition, in the Scott Snyder and Greg Capullo Batman Omnibus. But again, you're going to hear me say this a lot about these compact editions. For $9.99, you can't really miss out. I will eventually get to doing a comparison / overview for some of these. But Jake from the Raven the Boys, the Uncanny Omar of Near Mint Condition, they have done stellar overviews and comparisons on their own. This is All-Star Superman by Grant Morrison and Frank Quitely. Grant Morrison, they've always seemed to be a Superman fan, and this collects the entire 12-issue series that was supposed to kickstart the All-Star line in the mid-aughts. Just wonderful, wonderful artwork outside of the, no offense to Frank Quitely, the female faces and their structure. It's about Superman discovering that due to his heroics, he's heading toward death's door, and what you do as the world's most powerful man with your last days. Definitely well worth picking that up as well. Like many of the other books, available in a thick trade, available in Absolute Edition, a deluxe hardcover, but $9.99, can't miss out. I believe that is all of the compact editions. So, moving on, that was the box cutter. Good for bloopers. Moving on to the next one. So, sorry to my friend Sam, Red Zio. It's Spider-Girl. I wasn't going to indulge in the modern era epics because this series has been torturous to collect. They had a single trade paperback back in the early 2000s. They had manga-sized digests, about this size, 12 of them, that started to collect the series starting in 2018. They had complete collections, and we were getting so close to having all 100 issues of this series collected until Marvel said, guess what, fam? No more complete collections, and they've relaunched it in a modern era epic. We have every right to be heated, but after Volume 1, titled Legacy, we are getting a Volume 5, which picks up exactly where Volume 4, the complete collections, left off. Hopefully after that we get a Volume 6, potentially a Volume 7, because there are mini-series throughout this run that connect to the larger story. Please, David Gabriel, Marvel, do not relaunch the set of collections again. Just get us through the first 100 issues. That's all we're asking. This is by Tom DeFalco as writer. It's got Ron Friends on artwork. It tells you the story of what would have happened had Peter Parker and Mary Jane's daughter survived the Clone Saga. It is top-tier storytelling. It's classic with a modern twist. It is, out of all the Spider-Man stories, my all-time favorite Spider-Man series. Comes highly recommended. This collects, I believe, issues 1 through 15, the Wizards 1/2 issue, as well as annual 1999, and What If 105, which originated the character of Spider-Girl. Next up, we have The Amazing Spider-Man Epic Collection, Volume 10. This one's titled The Big Apple Battlefield. So we'll sit alongside other Amazing Spider-Man epics. We are getting so close to closing the gap at this point. We just need a few more volumes, mainly in the Roger Stern era, to have everything from Amazing Fantasy 15 and Amazing Spider-Man issue 1 up to the first part of the Clone Saga in an epic collection format. So This particular volume collects Amazing Spider-Man 165 through 185, Annual 11, and the guest star issue with Nova in issue 12. So this just came out. It's going to sit alongside my other Amazing Spider-Man epics. And coming to the bottom of the box, another cardboard sorter. Enjoy this because I'm not going to indulge. I've been pretty good this year, but yeah, it's another set of trade paperbacks to get through. One of them, Luis, I did warn you, or Cito on the internet Discord. There is a video coming and I needed to wait on this book in order to do a proper overview. So this one is Wonder Woman by Tom King, Volume 1, Outlaw. It's a bit of a controversial story because Tom King said this was not a deconstruction of Princess Diana / Wonder Woman. Well, I've read the single issues. It may not be his traditional deconstruction dealing with mental health and PTSD, but it is a deconstruction of the character nonetheless. I'll be doing an overview of this and talk about my feelings having reread it recently through DC Universe Unlimited. I'll probably reread the trade paperback to have fresh eyes, but Luis, please comment on the video and let me know if my feelings toward it have changed you, if my feelings have changed toward it. It does have beautiful art by Daniel Sampier, but if you have reached the point with Tom King where you just want to have a solid story and you don't need to see a hero torn down to be built back up, this might not be for you unless you're just in it for the artwork. Next we have the Amazing Spider-Man Epic Collection Volume 19. This is Assassination. This is a reprint. This takes place with Amazing Spider-Man 311 to 325, Annuals 23, and the Marvel graphic novel Parallel Lives. I didn't get this when it first came out. You can't say no to having 2% extra on your in-stock trades order, which usually happens if you hit 50 or more. The next order you'll get an additional 2% off. So I needed it anyway to complete, or rather get closer to completing my Amazing Spider-Man Epic Collection. I'm almost caught up at this point. I think I just need Cosmic Adventures to be reprinted and I should be good to go. So there's that. And the crown jewel of this that inspired. There have been overviews already. This is Star Wars, the New Republic Volume 2 Omnibus. This collects top-tier Star Wars material. This collects the Timothy Zahn books adapted in comic format, which were originally thought to be leading into the adaptation that would be the true sequel trilogy back when these were originally published. That's obviously not what we got once Disney purchased them, but the Heir to the Empire, Dark Force Rising, The Last Command, known as the Thrawn Trilogy, is contained within this. What can I really say that Omar hasn't said? I'll probably do an overview of this at one point or another. This collects so much. This collects Star Wars, the Jabba tape, Star Wars Heir to the Empire 1 through 6, Star Wars Dark Force Rising 1 through 6, Star Wars The Last Command 1 through 6, Star Wars Dark Empire 1 through 6, Star Wars Dark Empire 2 1 through 6, Star Wars Empire End 1 through 2, Star Wars Boba Fett Twin Engines of Destruction, Bounty on Barracuda, When the Fat Lady Sings, Murder Most Foul, and Agent of Doom, the Star Wars Handbook Issue 3, and material from Star Wars Tales 1, 3 through 5, 10, 14, 20, and 22, with some stellar artwork, some stellar writers on there. I don't want to delve into this one too much, but this is something I've been waiting for in omnibus format. I opted out of the Epic either last year or the year before, knowing that this was coming. If you don't want to indulge in omnibus, they did this week release the Star Wars The Thrawn Trilogy thick trade, about as thick as an Epic collection. Go pick that up. Do yourself a favor if you are a fan of Star Wars. If you hated the sequel trilogy that Disney put out, if you want to see what potentially could have come about, read the Thrawn trilogy. Timothy Zahn constructed a true Star Wars masterpiece in that. You get to see what happens 6 years after the end of Return of the Jedi, what became of Han, Leia, Chewbacca, Luke Skywalker, how the Emperor's influence didn't dissipate just because the war ended. Comes highly recommended. That's really all I have to say about that, because it's really something to be experienced. So just to go over, Star Wars The New Republic Star Wars The New Republic Omnibus Volume 2, Amazing Spider-Man Epic Collection 19 and 10. We have Cito's favorite, Wonder Woman by Tom King, Volume 1, Outlaw. Spider-Girl Modern Epic Collection Volume 1, Legacy. All-Star Superman Compact Edition. Batman The Court of Owls Compact Edition. Watchmen Compact Edition. And Far Sector Compact Edition. So, all of this shipped with love and care by InStockTrades.com. So you can see plenty of packaging protection there. I'm going to end this video now. Probably eventually read these. In the meantime, stay healthy, stay safe, be well. Thanks for watching.